Alright everyone, welcome to the CSL July edition. I'm Camping, and with me via the straw. Well, that was anticlimactic. Pause. It's just a pause. And with me is Enigma, whom is watching via the stream right now because he plays too much League of Legends. It looks like Stim's speakers crashed. That makes no sense.
You keep using that excuse.
Well, I mean, you have been playing too much League of Legends. It's just fact.
I have. It's a pretty fun game, I'm not going to lie. It's pretty fun. It lacks the depth that the beautiful game of StarCraft 2 has, though.
We should play Han like Gareth was trying. He was just bitching about how he couldn't tell whom his teammates were and how he could hurt everyone, including his teammates.
Well, it did just become free to play, so I don't know. Maybe I'll give it a whirl. I'm not a one game kind of man. I've played a lot of games.
And so I didn't even get a chance to introduce who's actually playing in the game, but Seguer versus Stimtokolos. Stimtokolos. I just call him Stim, so it's fine. Seguer at 6 o'clock, Stim at 3, Seguer at 9, Stim at 6. And Seguer are going to be a biatch and go Forge Fast Expand on Shattered Temple. What are your thoughts about that?
I don't see it too often, honestly, on the ladder. I think you can get away with it, certainly. But it is one of the more difficult places to Forge Fast Expand on.
Mm-hmm. Ooh.
Particularly with that nice little supply depot blockage, since we're in the MLG version. So that can help. You got to destroy that before you can really choke off things there in some cases.
Well, this is going to be interesting. Stim scouted it and dropped a hatch of his own on 15 after gas and pool. So I'm not sure if Seguer's going to try to cannon the crap out of that or not. I think we're going to see in a second because the probe is just wheeling around, going down to the natural, and it's going to run away.
Yeah, Stim could just be confident that he can hold any cannon rush with his drones. It's certainly doable, and he's got a couple lings out now.
Dude, Seguer's being tricksy. Here we go. Proxy down across the ridge. Let's see what Stim knows. Stim knows that there's a nexus going up, at least. Doesn't know about the fact there's no gas from Seguer to make all of this nastiness possible. And unfortunately, that one ling is running off in the wrong direction. I'm not sure this cannon rush is going to work. That's a slow cannon rush.
Yeah, I don't think it's going to be. He's going to get one in range unless he drops in one right now to shoot the hatch.
Yeah, he's got to kind of. Come on, Seguer. Oh, he's waiting for that second. This is going to be embarrassing. It's just going to be the world's most annoying cannon.
You are not breaking this rock until you get some roaches.
Yeah. Oh, second one's in range. And that's going to be annoying as hell. Although, let's look at the production tab.
Just in time.
One spine going down from Stim. Not producing any links. He's going to go with this. He's going to try to break it with the Roach. And luckily his Roach horn just popped too. So good. He was anticipating this coming. Seguer has 3 cannons down. He's going to send over the probe to scout. He's going to see that the Roach horn's there, hopefully, and he's going to be very sad because the Roaches should be able to break that. Maybe, actually. I'm not sure.
And the question is if Stim could also just say, well, screw this, I'll just make a bunch of Roaches in the base.
Yeah, what is... Seguer's okay at home right now. He's got 2 cannons. The Roaches can easily sneak through that, though, and just stop mining forever. He's going to drop a 3rd one just to be safe. And wow, those 2 cannons are doing work. Alright, here we go. He's going to have to take the spine up. Good. Sacrifice the queen in the process. Not so good. Yeah, and the Roaches are going to come in and hit the cannons. 5 Roaches, 3 cannons here. 4 Roaches, 2 cannons, and the spine goes up. I think Stim is going to be able to defend. Oh, pulls back. He wants the spine to do the work first. And Stim with a very good defense. Although I think a little bit of hesitation on Seguer's part kind of killed the attempted cheese.
Yeah, almost, although you never want to have to make that many Roaches that early, particularly to shoot cannons in your own base. So probably not a cost-inefficient move for Seguer.
Yeah, that's kind of the hard thing. So if we look at the unit tab right now, we got even drone count across the board. Actually, Seguer pulling ahead with 4 drones because Stim had to make some buildings. Unit-wise, just because they're roaches, Stim's ahead by 10, but I wouldn't read too much into that right now. He doesn't have any units to break the front, and that's what he needs. And it looks like Seguer's going to go for kind of a funny wall, preferring to try to choke off to the third rather than kind of tucking in back with the Nexus.
Kind of the one downside to having invested so much in these cannons is that it has slowed his tech down a bit, and that he hasn't been able to start progressing up the tech tree because he's been investing 3 cannons in the cannon rush plus 3 cannons on defense because he delayed any sort of other defenses.
Yeah, it looks like
those.
Stim's going to go for it here. Link's coming in, pushing Seguer back. 3 cannons up, just annihilating everything, and it looks like Seguer probably came ahead there. Food difference is still 11. But Stim got the chance to drone up. I mean, he probably wasn't under any pressure. He didn't have to gift that army away, but he managed to pull ahead via 3 drones.
Of equal importance is Seg now has a Stargate up.
Yeah, but Stim got Lair, so he should be safe against any kind of Stargate play right now. Although he's going to have to decide how he's going to use that Lair. He's going to get Hydras, he's going to just try to clean it up. But I'm very impressed. Seguer keeping his money down here. Stim's kind of floating right now. It's kind of a result of all this harass. He's at 700 minerals, and he's not trying to break down the rocks of the third, so he doesn't have a way to spend the money. And
I'm curious if he's going to go for the gold or for the back third as his first expo.
Ooh, Scout comes in, and Stim not watching. We'll see the moment in which he finally sees the Stargate, unless he saw it already.
This is really actually great timing for the Scout. The Stargate is up, but it's not really had much time to pump out anything more than a Void Ray.
Oh, here we go.
So it's not going to catch him off guard.
And Stim sees the Stargate, although he went back and forth relatively quickly, so he might not have noticed it. What's his response? No. Oh, there's the Hydra Den. Alright. So, preemptive Hydra Den. He's got a pretty good economy. I think he can afford it, even though he may not make any Hydras in the end. So, back at Seguer's base, looks like we're going to turn out some Void Rays off of 2 Stargates. Wow. He's going to be a little sneaky with them, too. He's not going to immediately send them into the main. Never mind, that's a Void Ray in Phoenix. And another.
And then also, Zealot Legs.
Yeah, so this is going to be kind of an interesting 2-base timing. Stim got up a Baneling Nest. No centrifugal hooks yet, so those are going to be slow, boring Banelings. Although, ironically, that's going to work against the Zealots.
Yeah, with the charge lot, they actually impale themselves on the Banelings for you.
But hopefully they spread themselves out while they do it.
They tend not to.
That's unfortunate, then.
In my experience, if you leave the autocast on.
Stim's finally going to get his third. Probably much later than he wanted to, but it's turning out that he'll be okay for now. It looks like he's producing Hydras in anticipation of the air, but for now, looks like Seguer's just going to go for Phoenix to lift, some Void Rays to be annoying and force those Hydras, but largely a Zealot army to do the work, and that's going to be bad for the Hydras.
Yeah, up to a certain number of Hydras, the charge lots are actually pretty cost-effective against him, particularly if he has to engage off-creep, so he's going to have a difficult time being aggressive against this kind of composition.
Yeah, it looks like Seguer's going to get +1 air, +2 ground. Those are going to be some beefy units that are going to be coming out of the gate. And as far as upgrades for Stim, nothing yet. Even though I think he has 2 Evos, yeah. 2 Evos, and he's getting +2 for melee, so his lings are actually going to be strong.
Yeah, and he's got Carapace.
Then we look at the food count here. It looks like our good friends... Oh, I forgot to name things this whole time.
Control N, man.
I know. Sorry, I don't play StarCraft. I play League of Legends and Team Fortress, apparently. It's all new to me.
Yeah, somebody's been playing too much of another game. What about you, Mr. Camping?
Hey, I streamed. You should get on that. Looks like
I've streamed.
You have to stream more, though.
Okay,
Seguer's finally going to push out here with about a 120 food army. Roughly even on the food. Look back at the drones. They're still even, so Seguer is technically ahead at this point. I wouldn't be surprised if he decides to pull down a third. Sorry, he took 2 drones and 1 sitting in his army right now. I'm kind of confused by that. Looks like Seguer's going to try to poke around and force some units. And
yeah, this is one of those fights where I really don't know exactly how it's going to go. There are a lot of lings on the field, but there are also charge lots, plus, oh, good number of banelings. Alright, this is going to be a lot better for Stim than I originally thought.
Yeah, and Stim not making more units. I'm pretty sure he has the larva. Oh, 20 lings. 6 banelings in addition. So yeah, this is going to be quite an interesting show. This is going to be...
Yeah, well, in this case, Stim's basic game plan is just going to be to wipe the ground army with the Ling Baneling, and then have the Hydras fight it out with the air composition.
Yeah, and I think Seguer's probably doing the smart thing, even though he doesn't know what the composition is exactly. Oh, never mind, he's going for it. 2 Templar 2. Looks like he got a Templar Archives in. Oh, here's the engagement. Baneling drops coming in, wrecking everything. But the ground army's mostly gone. Air's remaining, and it looks like Seguer's ahead. And he's got enough he can do a push here. Probably wipe out Stim right now.
Well, I think you're right.
Whoa, shaky cam for me.
I'm not sure if the Baneling drops are even really necessary against that composition. With the charge lots, they're just going to impale themselves with Banelings anyway.
No, not at all. I mean, the scary thing, the Archons were in the back. So, I mean, the Lings would have gotten in front, killing what they could have, and Stim showing off the fact that he is Korean. Is he Korean?